experiment. I'm gonna wake him up to let him see what it said overnight. Good morning. Hey, guess what? One of your flowers did something funny last night. You want to come see? So, which one of you thinks that your flowers did something funny last night? Let's go take a look. It did turn blue. It turned very blue. Yours, by the time we started at 8 p.m., Dad and I went to bed a little late at 11. And by 11 o'clock, your carnation had already turned blue.
Mom.
But look really, really closely at Rebecca's. See if I can get the camera to zoom on it. It's not wanting to focus. It's looking at those pink flowers. Come on, Mr. Camera. There we go. Do you see the little bits right here? Yours is starting to turn purple. The one that I thought would change fastest that hasn't yet, Sarah's, I can't see any change at all yet. So does anybody remember what the goal was for this science experiment?
To see how the flowers would change.
Yeah, the book's right here, right? Yeah. So you're supposed to be able to see it like go up the stem, and it specified using carnations. But check this out. You can't see any color difference actually in this stem. These stems are so dark and so thick. And we're doing it at the time of year we're supposed to. So I don't know why, but you can't see the stem color, but look at the flower though. But yeah, yours in 3 hours last night went from white to blue. So this is what, like less than 24 hours later? So after this morning, this one still has not changed colors. The blue one looks beautiful. I want to go back now and look at what it looked like this morning. And this one is finally starting to have some purple tones to it, but it almost looks more blue than it does purple. So Matt's suggestion is
more food coloring.
Add more food coloring to Sarah's jar. She didn't put a lot in there because she wanted it to be pink, but we're thinking that maybe that just doesn't have enough in there, so we're gonna add more. Today is day 2. What happened to your flower overnight?
My flower turned pink.
It did finally turn pink. So crazy as this is, we have 2 boxes of dye. Let me see if I can find the one where it actually is. No, it's not that one. This one. We put like half of this bottle in there on top of half of what was taken out of this one. Because she wanted it to be pink, so we didn't put a lot in it first to try to make it pink instead of red. Hands off the flower. Off, 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 off. You're going to bend it. We don't want to bend the flower, right? Hold it like this. Carefully, don't pinch it. There you go. Now smell it. Yeah, don't bend the petals forward because that may mess up the process. But yeah, so we wanted it to be pink, and it wasn't even like this part here where it's kind of subtle pink, like not this line, but this part here. It wasn't even doing that yesterday. She wanted pink, so we only added a little bit of food coloring. It apparently takes a lot of food coloring to get the longer stem ones done. Now I would like to see next time we do this if like maybe cutting the stems in half counts, but the other process we were supposed to see was be able to see it go all the way up the stem. And we finally saw that. Yeah, thank you, sir. Hold on. Camera's being naughty. There we go. You can see the pink right in the center point, Sarah.
Right over here.
Yeah, and then you can also see it here, and you can see it
Right over here.
hold on. Keep it still. I think my lens has a scratch on it, so now it stopped focusing. at exact points. Yeah, you can see it right there. The blue one did not change any overnight. Yeah, see, now my camera's not focusing.
Look.
No, I need it to stay still. Camera's not focusing. There we go. Okay, the blue one did not change overnight at all. It stayed the same. It actually kind of looks like it may be starting to curl in on itself. But it still has the same blue color that it did yesterday. You can now see the blue up here a little bit. The purple, we're kind of disappointed in. It did not do well at all. It just barely turned it purple, barely turned the tips purple, and it took forever. And you can't even see any change in the stem itself, like not even on the points where you can with the others.
Oh, look, there's some right there though.
Okay, there's a little bit right there. So I would suggest, so for suggestions for other parents trying this, go ahead and buy, even if you have food coloring, buy another box of dye because it's going to take a lot. And you may need half a bottle just per flower. Let's see what else. Oh, mixing the colors with this one did not work out at all. It may be that we needed to add a whole lot more of each. We may try that again next time. We didn't want to do green because you're supposed to be able to see the color difference in the stems like you can really well with the blue, and now you can see really well with the red now that we put more coloring in with it. But now I want to see the green to see if that actually does change the flower color green or not. But we can't change these out now. Actually, you know what? I think that actually might have been part of the process to change them out. Let's get the book and see. So actually, yeah, it does say to swap them in the jars.
But I don't want to turn my flower blue.
But it does say to swap them, and it's already red. Hey, Madeline.
Yes?
Now that hers is red, the book does say to swap them around. Which jar do you want yours to go into?
I'll try the purple.
So blue is going to go to purple. And you know what? I think before I swap them out, I am going to put more dye in that one to see if, well, no, we'll just leave it as is and see what happens with the amount of dye that's in there. So blue is going to purple. Where's pink going? I guess pink would have to go to blue now, right?
Yeah.
We'll put pink to blue. Let's move that a little bit closer because it's going to drip a wee bit.
And mine is going to turn into...
Pink is going to go to blue, and purple
I was hoping that mine would go to...
is going to go to red. Well, I don't know. I want to see what happens now. Okay, so now let's leave them and see what happens. If nothing happens, we're going to cut the stems again, and I'm going to add more color to the purple. Okay?
Okay.
But as fast as that blue one turned blue, my guess is, I don't know. Actually, I'll wait. Which one do you think is going to change first?
Probably Sarah's.
Yeah, that's my
blue
guess.
Seems to accept faster.
Right, that's what I was
Mine's
going to say.
probably going to go last. Rebecca's is probably going to go second. Yeah.
So let's see what it does by dinner time. Let's leave them till dinner time. It is the third morning. Last night was the third night, and I think there's some definite change here. Do you think?
Mm-hmm.
So this one, I'd expected more change from it. So it definitely gave what I wanted. It actually looks redder in the camera than it actually is on the flower. There's actually a little more purple tint to it on the actual flower than it looks on the camera. This one definitely changed because this was a very, very pink, and now it is a purple. And then this one turned out really cool because for some reason, unlike the blue that actually turned the whole flower blue, the purple mix only did it like on the edges. So now it's like a blue with purple edges. So it's really cool. So yes, they all changed. And the one that we thought would change the most, which was this one, it did. So yay. Everybody happy with their flowers?
Yes.
Are you happy with your flower, or are you just busy eating?
Bye.
What do we say?
Thank you for watching.